Chickens. Where you at?
Huge shout out to all of the Adventurers Guild members here on YouTube and all of the supporters from Patreon for their dedicated support of keeping this channel always on the rise.
Chickens. Where you at?
Huge shout out to all of the Adventurers Guild members here on YouTube and all of the support. What's up, everybody? It's not the tab I wanted. There's the tab I wanted. Welcome this morning, everybody. Oh, I slept in. I slept in. And it was good, except I had cat accidents to clean up when I woke up. And Chris and I switched chairs because for some odd reason, her office chair being in that corner, the cats were starting to use it as a claw device, and we haven't been able to break them of it yet. We've put other things in here for them, and they won't. So I put my 4-year-old chair over there. They can tear that one up. It's old. This one's a new chair, so but Chris isn't doing a lot of office work right now anyway, so she said she's fine switching to the other one. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I'm doing something new today. We were talking about this last night during the Lotro stream during the afternoon. Nathan Napalm was here. Simoric, and a few other people. We were just talking about the possibility of doing like a just hanging out, just chilling chat. So I'm gonna do that this morning. I'm just gonna hang out, chill out, talk to folks. We're gonna go through, do some reaction videos, watch some game trailers, watch some movie trailers, um, all that kind of stuff, and beyond. I know I gotta open this up because one of Nathan's videos I need to watch this morning because he did a Sonic the Hedgehog video, and I don't know what the game is about, and I want to know more. So we're gonna get that loaded up too, so we can talk about that here in a minute. But we'll get to that here in a second. And I'm logged into EverQuest. I may need to move away from where I logged into because all the new players coming in are gonna spam me when I do that. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I slept in this morning, which is something that doesn't happen very often and hasn't really happened since we moved into the new place because, um, cats and everything else. But I've been playing like nonstop since like last Thursday because of the new TLP server launching, and then everyone wanting to play that, and then my brother getting me up at 4 a.m. to do the World of Warcraft Classic streams, leveling, and just generally, kind of testing what it would be like to be a full-time YouTube content creator on top of balancing that with game dev stuff. And so I have been sort of pushing myself as hard as possible just to kind of see what that would look like and to see what kind of income we could realistically bring in. May looked pretty good. We didn't hit what I would need for a month of expenses, but we got about 70% of the way there. So if this month continues to trend upwards, we very well could maybe go full time on YouTube. Oh, there's a skinning knife, which is what I needed. All right, let me get out of here and go stick myself in a corner because I'll need to look at this stuff later. All right, that's open. That's open. Where we at? Where we at? And Chris is coming in to tell me something. Like an hour ago, honey, right after I cleaned the cat box. After I cleaned the cat box, you took trash out. Cuando sacaste la basura es cuando yo di la comida a los gatos. Okay. Okay. Estoy streaming. Besos. Y cualquier cosa por decir. Tenemos los huevos de ayer, ¿verdad? Tenemos los... Ah, está bien. No cocines nada por desayuno porque hay los huevos. Okay. Okay. Gracias. Part of being a cat dad and too much tequila? Possibly. I didn't have too much tequila last night. I only had one glass of tequila last night. I normally have two. Anyway, this morning we were sleeping and it was something like 4 o'clock in the morning and I didn't want to wake up because I don't have to do anything today. And I want to try to rest up because we're going to do an all-nighter on Thursday night for the World of Warcraft Classic stream team launch. Which, by the way, you need to tune in for that. It's going to be myself, Nathan Napalm, my brother Edgeldor, Maduros, and Sparrow. Don't forget to follow Nathan Napalm at his YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nathan Napalm, and Sparrow at her Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Sparrow. We will be multi-streaming on Thursday night from 7 p.m. onward, 7 p.m. Central, World of Warcraft Classic. Now, some of us are I think we're only going to do like a 2 or 3 hour leveling dungeon session, and then after that we're going to be doing an all-nighter. Myself, Nathan Napalm, and my brother, and I think Maduros might join us. During that live stream, I'm going to be attempting to raise $200 here on YouTube through super chats and stickers and everything as a fundraiser for the Rescue Cat Fund. And I'm also going to do a video on the baby cats today because all of them have their eyes open now. So They were born last Saturday, so this Saturday would be 7 days. Sunday, let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, so that's 8, 9, 10. So it's 11 days, I guess, 11 or 12 days, depending on how you count. And all of them have their eyes open now. One of them had their eyes open 4 days ago, but it took another 3 or 4 days for all of them. Not all of them are all the way open. The one that just his or her eyes just opened this morning, and the rest of them are very lucid because I was in the bathroom this morning and saying hi to them all, and they were looking up at me, and I put my hand down there. They were like, oh, something's coming in the box. They assume it's mommy, and so they come near the hand. So they definitely can see shapes and stuff now, and they're growing up. And anyway, that's the rescue cat fund because we got to get the mom spayed because she's a street cat. Got to get those taken care of until we can get them homed, and the two that we adopted, we got to get spayed and neutered as well. So that's what we're going to be raising money for on Thursday night. Now, you don't have to wait till Thursday night. If you want to do a super chat today or a sticker, you can join as a member of the Adventurers Guild, all that good stuff. But that's why I 4 o'clock in the morning, and everybody had to get up and go pee. I went to go to the bathroom. Chris went to go to the bathroom. The baby kitten, the kittens who are sleeping with us went to go to the bathroom. The 4-month-olds. And then we all came back in the room and they wanted to play. And then it was like they wanted to go out in the room. They wanted to go out into the rest of the house. And Lucas, the boy, he wouldn't shut up. Yeah, do what you need, honey. Are you coming for your phone? Is that what you need? It's this one right here. It's already charged. Do you want to sit here? You gonna sit here or are you going to the hammock? You want to come say hi to the stream? Sparrow's here. You can come say hi to Sparrow. She doesn't want to, but I said Sparrow's here, so she's gonna come say hi at least.
Hi, hi, Sparrow. Good morning.
Morning. Thank you for coffee.
Ya, ya, tomé un café y voy a comprar café.
All right. See you in a bit. Be careful. Anyway, Lucas was being extremely obnoxious and wanted to go out of the room last night, so we let them out at 4 o'clock. Um, the problem is when we let them out unsupervised right now, those 4-month-old babies, especially Lucas the boy, will go straight to the mom and start nursing. Um, and we woke up this morning. As long as she can't open the window, she's fine. Hmm. So we let them out, and anyway, woke up this morning and somebody had a kitty poop accident last night because they're nursing like that, and it gives them diarrhea. And not only that, because they eat stuff. Cats are like little children. Kittens are like little children. So and this is the second time it's happened. They'll eat. It's either one of Christina's hairs or one of my beard hairs, whatever the case may be. They will eat the things they find on the floor, and then if they get a hair, well, warning, this might trigger some people. It's kind of gross, but it is this. Then when they go poop, the hair comes out, and they can't get rid of the poop because there's a hair hanging out of their butt, and so the poop is clinging to the hair. It's a dingleberry, right? Only it's anyway. We woke up this morning, come out of the room, and there's like it was a mess. There was like 5 or 6 poop spots all over the kitchen floor where whoever did it came out of the litter box and was like butt scooching on the floor to get the poop off, to get that hair out. And there was at least half a dozen in the kitchen, and there was one long one down the hallway. And we don't know which one it was because they were both clean when we woke up. Like neither one of them have any poop on their fur, and neither one of them smells, and so we have no idea which one it was. But one of them did something at 5 o'clock in the morning or something because neither one of us got up because this was the first morning like we just booted the cats out, didn't have a stream this morning. So I just slept until I felt like waking up, and I didn't get up until 7:30. So we got out of bed at 7:30, and that's what we opened the door to was poop. And we just both went, "Oh my God, thank God we don't have carpet because that would have been a freaking nightmare." So that's the cats, ladies and gentlemen. That's the cat part of today's just chatting. I mean, I love cats, but I'm having a really hard time because we're trying to control 8 animals. It's not very easy. The only good thing right now is the mother so far hasn't come into heat. It's been like 10, 11 days now, whatever, 11, 12 days. She hasn't come into heat yet, and she hasn't really bothered us too much to go out. There's been a couple of times where she's wanted to go out. We haven't let her out in 5 days now, and the reason is because about 5 days ago, we had been letting her go out to go bathroom out in the backyard. Um, and she would immediately come right back. She has babies, but by like day 6 or something, day 7, somewhere along the line, she decided that she wanted to go and go out and go hunt or something and tried to escape. And it was like, no, hell no, hell no. You're getting spayed before we let you go wandering again. And so I literally had to chase her down, and she full on was like, screw you, man. I'm getting out of this yard. But the corner of the fence that she used to go under, we pulled it down so that she can't. So there's no easy way for her to get out. She has to literally jump up and climb up over the chain link. And I was able to get her before she escaped. And so she has been on 100% lockdown since then. And so far, she hasn't really. There's been a couple of days where she's gotten upset because she wants to go out, and we're like, no. And so she'll cry about it for like an hour before she finally realizes that she's not getting her way and goes and lays back down. The kittens, on the other hand, they're 4 months old and they really want to go explore stuff and tear stuff up. And Chris, even I'm having a hard time with them destroying everything right now. And I'm like, these 5 little babies that were just born, we got to find homes for them quick and get everything spayed and neutered. And if I can't find any homes for them, some people might think this is cruel, but if I can't find homes for them, they will literally get spayed and neutered and put out back, and they can come and go as they please. But I'm not; those aren't going to be inside cats. Those will be go learn how to hunt. Um, you could show up here for kitty food once in a while, but I'm not letting you in the house because I only a couple cats in the house is okay, but I don't want more than that. Anyway, I slept in this morning. That's what I woke up to. I've not had enough coffee to reset the trauma from that. Um, I'm only on cup 1. I never get to sleep in because I get up and do streams and stuff. Sparrow says, "Good morning, Chris." Ed Germain says, "Star Wars died when it went woke." I'm gonna disagree with you on that, buddy. We're gonna be talking about that here in a few minutes. Um, I'm loving Star Wars right now. But before we get to Star Wars, let's talk about this. So yesterday, our 5th edition tabletop book went live, and it's up for sale. So you can get it over at the Patreon page by becoming a member at the Dungeon Master tier, and there are a lot of reasons you would want to do that. If you like tabletop, then at the Dungeon Master tier, not only do you get all the updates as we continue to build the next module, you also get concept art updates, sneak peek behind the scenes stuff. We've got map packs. We got an 8K map pack, which takes all the maps from the module that just launched yesterday with the source book, and you get access to that. You could download that, which normally is a standalone product. You obviously get the source book plus that first module. You get a whole bunch of other stuff, and if you're an active subscriber, you get the future modules as they come out, just delivered to you for free. I say for free, but you know what I mean. It's included in your subscription, whereas the modules normally would be standalone products, probably priced about 15, 20 bucks. So if you like tabletop stuff, you should definitely join that. We're also going to be having some avatar packs coming out soon. Nathan Napalm's going to do an avatar pack. I don't know how many will be in it. Probably 10 or 12. We'll see how many we want to do for the first pack. We'll probably do like 10 in the first pack and maybe 10 for the second pack, but we're going to be doing avatar packs. So for those of you who want to have an avatar to represent your character, you'll be able to get that. Probably we'll have him do like Baldur's Gate style portraits, where you've got that sort of vertical image, like a playing card, like a Magic the Gathering card, but a playing card size. And then you can do whatever you want with that. If you just need a headshot, you can center and get the headshot out of it. But I think that's what we're going to have him work on next. I say next, not next, because the next thing he's working on is going to be artwork for the tabletop campaign. And then after that, the Kickstarter. He's got a few more images to wrap up for the book, and then we're getting ready for the Kickstarter, which I think we're going to do mid-July. Might be late July. I'd like to do it mid-July, but I got to make sure I can hit all the things we need to hit first. But the digital version's out, and our live stream campaign is kicking off on June 12th. Sunday nights, every Sunday night from 8 p.m. onwards, streaming over on twitch.tv/Weave in the Void. And we are going to be continuing the adventures of our individual characters. Myself, my brother Chris, Bounty Code Sparrow, the Nathan Napalm, and one other person whose character name I don't know what it is yet, so we won't reveal it until we know for sure. But we're going to have a meeting this upcoming Sunday to talk about that. So if you like tabletop stuff, get over there, get a copy of our book over at the Patreon page, patreon.com/WanderHermits. You can also buy our module as a standalone source book over at Gumroad. There's a link in that post. Anyway, let's move on to toxic Star Wars fans. So, I need to check EverQuest too here in a few minutes because I got to go check to see if people need some. Got to look at some spells for folks this morning. Toxic Star Wars fans. I was really glad that Ewan McGregor came out and made this statement. So, oh, does it go black when I'm not actively on the page? That's interesting. Let's see if it does it again. So, I put out a review of the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, and I got some interesting commentary on what I noticed was that the majority of, like, it's 96%, I think, positive on the ratings, likes versus dislikes, right? But the commentary has been largely negative, but also largely trollish. It's been people complaining about the commercialization of Star Wars, people complaining about the wokeness of Star Wars, people complaining about this, that, and the other, and a couple of people who have made some ridiculously racist comments about the actress Moses playing the part of a Jedi Inquisitor, and everyone seems to be fixating on the fact that she's a black woman, and they automatically assume that the only reason they put a black woman in the show is because Star Wars is woke now, and we got to cancel Star Wars because we can't have woke shit on TV. And Ewan McGregor, I do want to do a reaction video to this because I watched this last night and I shared it out on my personal Facebook page, and I applaud Ewan McGregor for making this statement. So first off, let's start with the cool stuff.
This weekend, Star Wars fans made Obi-Wan Kenobi the most watched Disney Plus original series premiere of all time.
Which is frickin' amazing. Obi-Wan, I thought Obi-Wan was great. I have not watched the 3rd episode. That's on my agenda today, is to watch the 3rd episode and get a reaction video. I think it was last night or today it went live, so I'm going to watch that and hopefully get a reaction video out to that this afternoon. Awesome news. Awesome news.
And for that, I would say a big thank you. And it just goes to show what this family can do when we all pull together.
This is where things get interesting because he's a smart man and he's saying all the right things, and he's going to say more right things after this statement, because it's really cool that Obi-Wan was received so well. Most viewed thing in Disney Plus's history. Just shows you the growth of Disney Plus and why I think that they're continuing to do really good things with the Disney Plus shows that they have. I did not care for the Star Wars Skywalker Saga films that Disney did. They're just not that good to me. That's okay. I still enjoyed them as Star Wars material, but they're not my favorite films. However, I'm not out there bashing them or bashing the actors and actresses. Like the two of the leading women who were in those movies, Daisy Ridley and Tran. I think it's her name. I forget her full name, but the Asian actress. Both of them had to quit social media because of the outrage from these social justice warriors, and crazy toxic Star Wars fans. So anyway, this is the part that I really appreciate Ewan McGregor for making this following statement. We're going to listen to this in its entirety.
However, it seems that some of the fan base from this influential fan base have decided to attack Moses Ingram online and send her the most horrendous racist DMs. And I heard some of them this morning and it just broke my heart. Moses is a brilliant actor. She's a brilliant woman. And she's absolutely amazing in this series. She brings so much to the series. She brings so much to the franchise. And it just sickened me to my stomach to hear that this had been happening. I just want to say, as the leading actor in the series, as the executive producer on the series, that we stand with Moses. We love Moses. And if you're sending her bullying messages, you're no Star Wars fan in my mind. There's no place for racism in this world. And I totally stand with Moses.
100% agree. I'm really proud of Ewan McGregor for making that statement. I reposted this on Facebook. I need to retweet it here on Twitter as well. Because there's no need for any of that crap, and it's really ridiculous. Um, the Yes, his long way down, long way around. I haven't watched the long way up one they did with the electric Harley Davidsons up through South America, but I've watched the long way down, and long way around through twice with him and Charlie Boorman. Those are great, great shows. They're great documentaries, especially the first one. I feel like the first one they did was way better because it was just the two of them on bikes, and it wasn't the big sort of sponsored spectacle that it has become since then. It's still worth watching all of them though. Um, so yes, I would 100% agree with that, Ancient Entity. The new Star Wars movies are bad, not because they're wokeness or anything like that, because they are badly written. Yeah, there was definitely parts of those that I didn't care for, but I will also say this. When the prequel films came out, I very much had bones to pick with the prequel movies, especially Attack of the Clones, which is the second film. For a very long time, I was very much like, that's the worst, and George Lucas is a brilliant visionary, not the best writer of dialogue. And Mark Hamill has made fun of the cheesy dialogue from A New Hope for years. He still does it to this day. Like some of the dialogue in A New Hope in episode 4 was not that great. And it wasn't until we got into Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, we started getting better dialogue. You know why? George Lucas wasn't the writer on those films. So this is where, and I think George Lucas, for the most part, has recognized throughout his career that he hires other people to do stuff. He just remains at the top. But when it came to the prequel films, he did it all. And for better or for worse, he's not the best dialogue writer. We all have weaknesses, you know. And so the dialogue in Attack of the Clones, specifically the dialogue with the love scene, the love stuff between Padme and Anakin, was just so ridiculous. It was like a teenager had written that dialogue, and for a long time that bothered me to the point where I was like, these movies suck. But then as an adult, I went back and sort of rewatched them again, and I found a new love and a new appreciation for the prequel films to where now, in the scope of Star Wars, I find the prequel films to be as good as the original trilogy when you look at them in the scope of the story arc that they are telling. Yes, there is discrepancies. There are little things I will always be able to nitpick in my life. That's fine. Strip that away, and you have a very fun entertainment vehicle over the course of 6 films. And it tells a very poignant story. Ignore the midichlorian stuff, ignore the Jar Jar Binks ridiculousness in episode 1, ignore the dialogue in episode 2, some of that stuff. If you are capable of being an adult and separating the little things out that you don't like, it's a very entertaining 6-film series. Now, the newer Star Wars films that the Skywalker saga that Disney has done suffer from the same issue. There's some poor writing. However, if you strip that away, then you have some fun, entertaining Star Wars fan films. But they are going to have their flaws. They're always going to have their flaws. But my hope is that when I come back 20 years from now, when I'm an older man and I watch the Skywalker saga that Disney put out, I will have an appreciation for it that I grew to have with the prequel films. Um, and I have nothing against. I love J.J. Abrams films. I love J.J. Abrams films. There's nothing wrong with. See, this is the thing. This is where I see, and this is no offense to you, Ancient Entity, but I see people make statements like that. J.J. Abrams sucks. J.J. Abrams only makes the same type of films over and over. All he ever does is copy older films. And J.J. Abrams films are fun. I like J.J. Abrams films. Are they deep conversations and discourses on politics or whatever. They're not breaking ground. They're not earning awards per se, but they are money-making blockbuster films, and they are very entertaining. Like the Kelvin timeline films from Star Trek that J.J. Abrams is involved with. Those are very entertaining, very good films. If no one out there has ever went and watched Alias, the show that he did with why am I blanking on her name right now? It was one of his earlier TV shows before he got into film directing. It's called Alias. Jennifer Garner. Alias was an amazing, like modern day spy show, but also with like science fiction elements thrown into it and fantasy elements. It was just a fun, good show. So I don't get the hate for J.J. Abrams. I really don't. Um, and in terms of him and Ryan Johnson, um, I think that's more of a problem with Disney choosing to let each individual director. In my mind, that's what happened with the new Skywalker series. Is that rather than have, if it was George Lucas, he would have had a story arc planned out for all three films. And I feel like instead of having a story arc planned out for all three films, Disney kind of said, well, this is our rough idea of what we need to happen over the three films. We're going to let each director kind of split their third of it and do what they want. So you get this guy doing what he wants, this guy doing what he wants, and then this guy doing what he wants. And so what you end up with is three films that aren't really cohesive in the overall story arc of those three films. Which is why, for better or worse, I think the prequel films, like I didn't necessarily like them that much when they came out, but over time I've grown to love the prequel films because they are a very tight story. Because George was in control of everything throughout the entirety of that. And even on the original trilogy, even though he didn't write and direct the second ones, he was still there every single day executive producing and very much this is what needs to be done. This is how you do this. This is what we should do for this. And so he was able to guide that process. And he wasn't there for episodes 7, 8, and 9. And Kathleen Kennedy coming out and saying they're not going to recast any more legacy characters because the Han Solo film didn't do that well financially. I love the Han Solo film. Like my brother and I both thought the Han Solo standalone film was damn good fun. Like it was just good fun. Um, Same thing with Rogue One. Now getting into the Disney Plus TV shows, this is where I have full faith in what's going on with TV because I fully trust Dave Filoni. Like this guy is literally he is the Padawan who became the Jedi Master while under George Lucas. And so Filoni knows what's going on. He has the best grasp on Star Wars that anyone has outside of George Lucas. And I really wish they would let Dave Filoni be in charge of the feature film franchise instead of Kathleen Kennedy. But I understand Kathleen Kennedy because she's the safe bet because she has the production history behind her. Because if you look at what Kathleen Kennedy has done beyond Star Wars, she is a powerhouse producer in Hollywood. Um, she has done so much stuff. So she's the safe bet to have helming a multi-billion dollar franchise, whereas Dave Filoni has only really ever worked with story and on Clone Wars and doing story treatments. But as you can see, his role has grown with the Disney Plus stuff, and he's now helping along with Jon Favreau to orchestrate all of this stuff for the Disney Plus TV. And I, for one, am loving it. Like Mandalorian was awesome. It's been awesome throughout its entire run. Um, Book of Boba Fett was decent. Obi-Wan so far has been just phenomenal. I really, really, really enjoyed Obi-Wan. Can't wait to watch the third episode and see where we go because the end of the second episode had me. Like I was full on goosebumps and mm. And also just what Disney Plus is doing beyond Star Wars. Like if you haven't seen the Willow trailer yet, go watch the Willow trailer. That is the best thing that I've seen in like a decade. Like the fact that they're bringing back one of my favorite films from my childhood and turning this into a show with most of the cast, from and I read an article the other day that said the only reason Val Kilmer didn't participate was because he's at the health issues and they were filming in the deepness of COVID pandemic. But I read an article that said he's very much a part of the series in storyline, and they're really hoping that they can get him back for what comes next, which makes it sound like they're anticipating doing a second season, which would be really good. And Rogue One is an amazing film. I like Rogue One a lot. What's interesting to me, George Lucas once made a statement when he was talking about the backlash to the prequel films. He said, when I made the original films, I made it for kids. And if you look at everybody who loved New Hope and Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, it was kids who then grew up to become adults. Those adults went and saw the prequel films, and a lot of those adults didn't like the prequel films. But you know who did like the prequel films? Kids. Kids loved the prequel films. My 7-year-old nephew, his favorite film of all time, The Last Jedi. Once again, new generation of Star Wars films comes out, and the kids are the ones who love it, and it's made for the kids, whereas the adults are like, it's not the Star Wars that I grew up with. It's a piece of shit. As adults, we have criticisms of things that we don't have when we're children. When we're children, we view something and we have a blank slate. We're not filled with prejudices. We're not filled with other things that we've seen. We're not filled with opinions. We watch something as a kid and we love it because it's epic and it's adventurous and it's all those things that we need it to be for our young, imaginative minds. So that's, I think, the disconnect is that, for a lot of us, we have to realize that those Star Wars films are made for kids. And yeah, there's also throwbacks to the adults in there too. But overall, if you strip away some of the bad writing and everything, the new Star Wars films are not that bad. Like I really like Poe Dameron's character. Um, I like Oscar Isaac anyway, but I liked his character. I obviously there's flaws, The force healing thing gets me a little bit because it's like if that was a thing, why couldn't Obi-Wan have used it? And again, it could be this thing where, well, maybe it was an undiscovered Jedi power until Daisy's character came on, until Rey's character came along. We don't know. We don't know all of the reasons behind that, if there even are reasons, and we don't, it's not. I don't think it's necessarily worth it to try to analyze all that stuff when you could just sit back and enjoy those things for good feature films. Anyway, Disney Plus is doing lots of good things beyond just Star Wars. We have the Willow show coming out. That trailer's amazing. Um, and the new Indiana Jones film, which for the first time Steven Spielberg is not directing. That's not Disney Plus per se, but it is part of the Lucasfilm, um, uh, what they're producing right now. Anyway, what are we moving on to next? Oh, I know what I want to do. I wanted to watch this video that Nathan put out.
Sonic Adventure on the Sega Dreamcast, except I'm hoping it will have a bit of RPG mechanics slapped in there, like, for example, upgrading Sonic's shoes for different abilities like being able to run faster, or another pair of shoes you can unlock that allows you to jump higher or double jump, or use certain things in the world that allow you to explore areas otherwise inaccessible, and that kind of thing. These are the kind of ideas that would come to my mind while I am watching this new trailer for Sonic Frontiers. Of course, we got to mention how bad of a track record Sonic has had lately. And once again, besides that horrible release on that quality release from Sega for the Sonic franchise with Sonic Adventure, or I guess you could say Sonic Adventure 2. Now, there really isn't much more to it than this trailer, but it is known that Sega is trying to make this a free roam open world Sonic.
Okay, that's exactly what I needed to know. What I didn't know was whether or not this new Sonic game was going to be an open world, and Nathan just said that they're trying to make an open world free roam game, kind of like Breath of the Wild.
Dare I say it, adventure, and I'm here for it. Even if it does end up lacking some common RPG tropes, which I really hope it has those, but I'm really hoping that it does. So let me know in the comments down below, by the way, if you too are a closet kind of Sonic lover and would love to see Sega start releasing some quality titles with some of their older franchises. It's not just about Sonic, Panzer Dragoon. Come on, Sega, let's go.
Panzer Dragoon would be cool.
And we'll be back here in a minute to
Yeah, Panzer Dragoon would be cool. I'm gonna scroll the comments here to see if anybody's actually asked this question. Is this gonna only be on the Nintendo? Golden Axe. Oh man, baby, Golden Axe would be good. Let me look this up. Sonic Adventure 3. Oh wait, he's looking at that. No, Sonic Frontiers. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game. Sonic Frontiers. Upcoming 2022 platform game published by Sega. Aha! It's going to be released on the Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S in late 2022. Well, I have to say that if that's the case, I would like to play this for sure. If this is going to be up on the Xbox later this year, I'd be happy to play that for sure. What else has he got here?
Talk more about Sonic Frontiers, but let's take a moment to thank the sponsors of this channel. The Journey and most people are speculating a Sega Dreamcast Mini, which would make a lot of sense and would be honestly good marketing for this upcoming Sonic Frontiers if it is indeed much like Sonic Adventure as I think it might be, because likely the Dreamcast Mini would have Sonic Adventure included. And with the Dreamcast
Dreamcast Mini. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the handhelds, so I prefer to do anything. If I'm going to do a console game, I'll play it on my full-time console. I love my Xbox Series X. I loved the PS4, and honestly, the only reason I didn't get a PS5 was because I couldn't get a PS5. And by Christmas time, I was like, screw it, I'm going to buy whatever's the first thing available. And I was able to get an Xbox Series X like right at Christmas time, and I've had that for a few months now. I love the Xbox Series X, especially with Xbox Game Pass. I mean, yeah, it's $15 a month, but honestly, I feel like I got my money's worth within like the first 3 months just with all the games. And like, um, I've played some really amazingly absurd games on as part of Games Pass so far. And tomorrow, actually, I think Assassin's Creed Origins drops with the PS. It's with the Xbox Series X update for the 60 FPS. Yeah, you can. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. She brought me a couple tacos. Breakfast tacos. Um, Actually, I should probably duck out because I need to get some more coffee also, but we'll do that here in a second. So like I've never played Assassin's Creed Origins. I played the shit out of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think I did two full playthroughs and had started a third playthrough before I got sidetracked with something else, and then I did a one full. I have not done a second playthrough of Valhalla, but Valhalla was very, very, very good. Um, but I know that Assassin's Creed Origins, which is the Egyptian one, was the one where they started the new kind of RPG style where you have conversation wheels and lots more RPG elements and a bigger storyline. So that drops on the Xbox Game Pass tomorrow. So I'm going to be playing the hell out of that for sure. Ancient says, my favorite is A New Hope. My favorite's Empire Strikes Back. First Order is the top dog. Where's the Republic that defeated the Empire? Well, fractured apart. I find that the Xbox controller is way more comfortable than the PS5 controller, at least from the PS4 to the Xbox Series X. All right, let's go to YouTube here real quick, because if you haven't done it yet, what do we got? Oh, we got a new video from Viva La Dirt League. May have to go watch that. Is the criticism of Viva fair or toxic? Any criticism of her is going to be toxic, because there is no fair criticism. You can't. There's no way to fairly criticize that character at all. All right. All right, I'm gonna eat a little bit here, and then when I come back, we're gonna dive into. Well, I haven't watched this one yet. I haven't finished watching it, the Seven Deadly Sins of the MMORPG genre. Sparrow, do you have any new videos up yet? I'm gonna go check out Sparrow's channel. I'm promoting all my friends today, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not following Sparrow or or Nathan, you need to be following them. They did Ost Elendil. World of Warcraft Classic. So we're gonna dive into that here in a minute because we have a big thing coming up for World of Warcraft Classic. So I'm gonna talk about that. But give me a second. I need to eat my taco, and I'll be right back. My tacos. So Chris brought me. Where's my stupid window? She made eggs yesterday, sausage and eggs, and some beans, and I got a couple of tacos for my breakfast. So I'm gonna scarf these real quick, get another cup of coffee, and then we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm back. Where we at? I had my tacos. Did I call? I did not. Wait, I didn't call, but I definitely mentioned you though. Dentist stuff. Oh, your youngest son broke a tooth last night. That sucks. I did that a long time ago. So Sparrow streams on Twitch, but she also is doing stuff on YouTube, which is why I pulled up the YouTube because she did a video here.
I'm excited to announce that starting June 2nd, I'll be streaming World of Warcraft Classic on my Twitch channel.
But let's just stop there, ladies and gentlemen. World of Warcraft Classic streaming starting June 2nd on Sparrow's Twitch channel. But wait, there's more. This is very much a big thing. The Nathan Napalm, Sparrow, myself, Idildor, and Maduros, who's a part of our community, are playing part of a multi-stream group starting tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is our first group. Now, we've been playing for like the last, I don't know, 2 weeks, leveling up our characters to level 20. Tomorrow night, we're going to be starting with the Dread Mines, and we're going to go through a couple times, maybe 3 times, then we're going to go to the Stockades, we're going to continue there. And then some of us, myself, Nathan Napalm, my brother, and I think Maduros, we're going to Sparrow can't. It's okay, Sparrow. Don't feel bad. It is what it is. I didn't want to, but I got roped into it by my brother, and I said if I'm gonna do it, if I'm gonna do an all-nighter in World of Warcraft Classic, if I'm gonna do an all-nighter of anything, we're gonna turn it into a spectacle. So hopefully you'll be tuning in tomorrow night because we're gonna start at 7 p.m. Central, and we're gonna go until 7 a.m. And yes, I'm playing your video, Sparrow. So, I gotta find my tabs. I'm not used to doing this live thing.
TV/Sparrow with a static group. We will advance together towards the Wrath of the Lich King expansion coming out this year. I'll be joining up with Renfail and his brother Idildor, Maduros, and the Nathan Napalm.
The Nathan Napalm. It's coming tomorrow night. And you shouldn't make promises, Sparrow. Just go as late as you can. So that's tomorrow night. Rarg. Now, here on my own channel, everybody's going to have their own objectives. But for those of you who are watching my stream, selfless, shameless promotion. I am trying to raise $200 tomorrow night for the cat fund, for our rescue cat fund. That covers all of the spaying and neutering for the rescue cats and helps us pay for food and kitty litter until we can find homes for the 5 newborns that were just born. So I'm really hoping that those of you who turn out tomorrow night will be generous and support that fundraising goal. It does inadvertently help me as a content creator, but it's not actually paying any of my expenses. It's specifically I'm fundraising for those cats. Because, yeah, I have a hard time saying no to rescue animals. That's going to be a problem probably moving forward if any more show up on our doorstep. So that'll be tomorrow night's goal. So super chats, stickers, all those good things. You can join as a member of the channel. Adventurers Guild is down below. We're starting tomorrow night, and it's been a fun ride so far. That's what I've been getting up and doing the 4 a.m. streams for with my brother.
Every Thursday on our individual channels as we make our way through the Burning Crusade expansion.
All right, Burning Crusade expansion is where we're at right now. Playing towards Wrath of the Lich King. Now, I'm going to be streaming on YouTube. Nathan's going to be streaming on his YouTube. Sparrow's going to be streaming on her Twitch channel. So make sure you follow at the relevant places. There are announcement videos on all 3 of our... Actually, no. Sparrow has an announcement video. I have an announcement video. And Nathan did an announcement post. I don't know that he's done an announcement video yet. But he did go full-time. As of today, Nathan Napalm is a full-time YouTuber. So we're all trying to help each other grow, and we're all sort of moving in the same direction and doing lots of multi-stream events. Also followed up by this is going to be Friday night. We're going back for our normal P99 Green group, which is me, Nathan Napalm, Sparrow, Sparrow's spouse Bounty Code, Also, the Great Vendini, who we may or may not convince to stream, and Kel the Reaver, who's streaming over on his Twitch, his Twitch as well. So hopefully you'll be tuning in for those as well. And tonight, which is Wednesday night, I will be back for more EverQuest TLP Yellowknack. We played pretty hard the first few days during server launch, but now that we're actually out the gate, my character's level 42, my enchanter. We got to 42 over that initial weekend. The schedule moving forward for EverQuest is Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Saturday mornings, and Sunday mornings. That's TLP. Tuesday nights is Lotro. Thursday nights is Classic WoW, and Friday nights is P99 Green. Sunday nights is Dungeons and Dragons with myself, Nathan Napalm, Bounty Code Sparrow, my brother, my wife, and someone else who's joining us. Those adventures kick off June 12th on the Weave in the Void Twitch channel. So, hope you're ready for that. And let's go back and talk about this a little bit more, because if you haven't already done so, I'm going to be promoting the shit out of this moving forward. Get subscribed over at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Wandering Hermits, because our 5th edition tabletop sourcebook just launched yesterday, and within that sourcebook is the first module for our campaign setting. We have racial art and class artwork from Nathan Napalm, and we have a single creature in this one from Sparrow's daughter, Becca, and she did some additional creature work, and she's working on more creature work right now that's going to be featured in upcoming content from the Patreon page and all things Weave in the Void. And we are growing the Weave in the Void Patreon big time this year. We have big plans for this Patreon page. This houses our, let's just look at the whole Patreon page. I'm going to promote it. If you're here on my stream, this is where I say this is a commercial. You've got to watch the commercials. We're up to 24 patrons, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Just to think, like 6 months ago, I think we only had like 7 or 8 patrons, and now we're up to 24 patrons. And we're bringing in $173 a month right now, which is not enough to live off of by any means. But you know where this money goes? This money pays for Nathan. This money pays for Becca. And it also pays for our Unreal assets from the asset store, because we're also building a point-and-click adventure game within the world of the Weave in the Void. And then there's the book series, which is going on. So far, thanks to our generous patrons, we appreciate your support so much. We were able to pay Nathan and Becca and get all of our assets, and we haven't had to pay out of pocket for any of that stuff. Now we're still out like $3,000 or $4,000 because of other expenses related to building your business for the first time. You got startup costs, but in terms of Unreal assets and contractors, doing small little bits and pieces here and there, the Patreon page has covered all of that. So thanks to everyone who has supported over at the Patreon page. If you're not already doing it, get over there, patreon.com/Wandering Hermits. There's a variety of tiers, but I revamped the Patreon page yesterday, talking about our point-and-click game, like the old King's Quest and Quest for Glory games, 5th edition setting. There's the cover art for the source book. You can subscribe at the Patreon page, or you can pick up a standalone copy at Gumroad. There are links here. If you go to the Gumroad page, you can scroll down and you have options just to buy the book straight away if you want to just buy it outright. This week there will not be chapter 20 though, this week, because we're going to do an expense report tomorrow, and then I'll have chapter 20 out the following week. So there's lots and 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 lots of cool stuff going on between what we're all doing and what we're all working on together. And I can also say, I don't know if I should say this. I'm probably, Nathan, don't crucify me for saying this. He hadn't said I couldn't say anything about it. I know he did a poll for it yesterday. So Nathan may or may not have a new Choose Your Own Adventure series coming to his YouTube channel, and I may or may not be doing voiceovers with him for characters on that Choose Your Own Adventure show. So one of the things I love to do when I play Lotro. Oh, did he, Sparrow? I didn't know he did a vid. Oh, hold on, we got to go back to Nathan's. Don't judge me. I need to find this video. I gotta find it now. Don't judge me. Oh, that's right. He did do a video. I want to fight the Lich King. Don't judge me.
You know who wants to fight the Lich King? This guy wants to fight the Lich King. And guess what? Person who clicked the thumbnail and already knows what I'm about to say about World of Warcraft Classic, but I have to say it anyway because it's good for the algorithm. I'm preparing for Wrath of the Lich King Classic because I have never really experienced it before.
Neither have I. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we're doing World of Warcraft Classic, because we all want to do Wrath of the Lich King. None of us played it during live. I was too busy with EverQuest 2. So when my brother approached me and wanted to do World of Warcraft Classic, I was like, sure. I mean, I did Classic when it dropped. I played it for about 6 months and enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, but I never played the game when it first launched. I was too busy with EverQuest 2. So for me, World of Warcraft Classic is like a brand new game, and I don't have all these feelings associated with what it used to be like and so on and so forth. But then I haven't played it since then. It's been 2 or 3 years now, and my brother really wanted to play it, and he had mentioned something about Wrath of the Lich King, and etc. Katrine, long time no see, Katrine. But I also haven't been streaming at hours that are friendly to your time zone. So good to see you here, Katrine. So anyway, yeah, we're doing that. What was I talking about before this? D&D. Oh yeah, the choose your own adventure stuff. So if you ever watch me play Lord of the Rings online, I do lots of voiceovers for that when I stream because I think Lord of the Rings Online has the best dialogue of any MMORPG I've ever played, and I love really getting into character and role playing as the different characters. Um, I like doing voiceovers, and I was talking about this last night during my stream. If my parents had been slightly different, I probably would have had a career in as an actor. They did have me pursue when I was younger. So when I was in grade school, I did a lot of theater. I even went and did college theater because I was so good at it as a young actor at my grade school that the principal, his son was in college and they needed. I played Tiny Tim in a production of A Christmas Carol, and so I went and my name being Tim, it made sense anyway. But I did that, and I really enjoyed acting, and I always was obsessed with it. But for better or for worse, parents being who they are, everybody makes mistakes. Um, my parents did not have me pursue that beyond grade school because then it was no, you're gonna be a farmer. You're gonna be a farmer and you're gonna be a construction worker because that's what your dad does and that's what you're gonna do because that's what we want you to do. And so I was not allowed to pursue acting beyond that, and it just sort of I never pursued it as an adult. I really wished I would have because I love doing voiceovers. I love acting. It's one of the reasons I love tabletop so much because it gives me an outlet to pretend and to be other characters and stuff. So when that popped up, I didn't say no. There's some little details that have to be worked out, but I'm gonna make it happen because I really want to do voiceovers and I love Nathan's puppet stuff. So he did a poll. Let's go to his YouTube channel real quick because he did a poll and it's an overwhelming vote so far. Um, who wants a new Dungeons and Dragons Choose Your Own Adventure like I did last summer? Me, me, me. You know, there's 88 votes so far, and even though there's 22% that says nah, thanks, bro, there's an overwhelming 78% who are like that would be cool or me, me, me. We definitely want. Oh, and thank you, Nathan, for sharing this. He shared our um, announcement post yesterday about the Weave in the Void 5th edition tabletop book coming out because he's got artwork in that book. So go buy a copy, folks. Don't be cheap. If you love tabletop, get it done. So anyway, new choose your own adventure stuff coming soon. It's gonna be fun. Well, to be fair, Katrina, I haven't done a lot of like stuff during your peak hours because we were getting settled into our new home, but it looks like I should be able to get back to Chris and I are sort of, eyeing this out. I did a lot of testing throughout the month of May, and I don't have a problem talking about this kind of stuff. Some people, like I said, I don't like talking about how much money I make because that's not things that people need to know. But I have talked about YouTube and trying to go um, full time on YouTube. I only need to bring in like $500 a month from YouTube to have YouTube actually be my full-time revenue source. I don't count the Patreon because we're not making money from the Patreon yet. We will if the Patreon gets up to the several $100s a month territory, and it is growing. Like I said, we're up to 24 subscribers now, which is pretty awesome. If we go back to the, we're up to 24 patrons. If we double that, if we can get up to around 50 patrons over the next couple of months, then I might actually be able to start seeing some money from the Patreon page, which would be awesome. But in terms of YouTube, I only need to bring in like $500 a month from YouTube to have that be an actual thing that replaces a part-time job, and I hit $300 this month. We had a lot of support from live streams and super chats. We had a whole slew of people join the membership, the Adventurers Guild, which is down below. I've done a couple of public statements about that, showing how it went from like 3 or 4 people, and now we're up to, hell, I mean, what are we now? Let me go over here and look. I got to open up another tab on a different window because that's where I'm streaming. I think we're up to like 15, 12 or 15 members now, and it's all like people who have joined within the last couple weeks. It was all May, all through the month. We had 8 new subscribers on Patreon in May, and in the month of May we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new people on YouTube as well. So 8 new people at Patreon and Patreon, and 9 new people on YouTube who joined as members or subscribers of either one of those platforms. So that's really cool now. So yeah, we have 12. We have 12 members of the Adventurers Guild here on YouTube. So it's moving up. It's all onwards and upwards. So I appreciate everybody helping for that. Because it looks like if the trend continues and the month of June is like the month of May was, and we see an upwards trend, then I should be able to have YouTube be my full-time thing, which would be really, really cool to be able to do game dev and YouTube at the same time and only do that. But we'll have to see how June goes, because if June doesn't do as good as May, or we go backwards and we have a slump in the month of June, then I'm going to go out and find a part-time job. Just because we just bought this place in cash, so we need to replenish the funds and also save up for a car now. Because I didn't need a car living in the big city, but now that we're on the countryside, I need a car. And yes, not many choices in southern Missouri other than farming or construction. Well, yeah, but also when growing up, oops, I got kicked out of EverQuest. I forgot I was logged in, and I need to go do some spell research for some guildies, so we need to take care of that in a minute. There's probably going to be some EverQuest music in the background here. Because we also moved to Colorado when I was like 16. But yeah, growing up, I was pretty much forced into farming and construction. For better or for worse. Alright, we're actually going to switch over a little bit here. I'm going to do a little bit of EverQuest. I'm not going to show the live stream though. I got to do research. So we're actually going to be looking up some stuff here because somebody in chat, let me go check. They needed spells last night. Haunting Corpse. I don't even see Haunting Corpse. Oh, because we're not on the recipe page. Hold up. Wait a minute. Where the hell? Where do they show the recipe list? I know I found it the other day. Research. New spell. Okay, yeah. But this is where I was just at. It doesn't actually show me. I need to find a recipe list. I know I found it the other day. I don't remember how I found it. Because if I do recipes, aha! All right. Haunting Corpse. We need to open up that one. What was the other one you needed? Intensified Death. All right, this needs a pristine fine hide and a smooth fine hide. Raw fine hide, raw fine hide. Now I go see if I have any raw fine hides. Oh, I do not. I have raw hides. I don't have any raw fine hides. Oh, where's the bank? I'm not at the bank. And it can't be cleaned. It has to be... Okay, raw fine hides. Okay. Huh. Hey, Hilo, thank you very much. Thanks for that. That'll go towards the cat fund. I will let Chris know. And you have been a #1 fan, sir. You've donated like 3 or 4 times now, so I appreciate that. Katrine says, one of my earbuds won't charge. Shakes fist at the sky. William says, I just sent you a pristine... Parceled it, I'm assuming? You did. Thank you very much, sir. Those have been picked up. Thank you, William. Rolf. Alright, so... Let's go back into the bank. I need to put some stuff in here. Bank. Bank. These I can save because they're part of spell research, but the old ones are not. You know what? Since I'm logged into EverQuest, why not? Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's just switch over and show some EverQuest since I'm logged in. I'm not actually going to be playing this morning. I'm trying to do spell research. I want to get some items to my alt. Things of that nature. And I'm banking right now, and now I need to go sell. Because I was checking to see what I had for hides, and all I have are these ones. I don't have any... What did I say he needed? Raw. I need raw fine hides, and I don't have any raw fine hides. Ah, go in. Do not sell the skinning knife. Can't sell that. Those are the old research runes, which I don't. Holy crap! The blood flecked obsidian shard is worth 76 plat. Blood flecked obsidian shard. What is that good for? It is a jewelry item. So I guess it can be used to craft things. However, for me, it's just going to be fodder for my spell research. Level 23. Tepid Deeds, that's the one. I have to see if I even have, because I think I also need a raw fine hide for that. Yep, I need a raw fine hide, which I don't have any of. Raw fine hide. Raw fine hide. Somebody made a good point just now. Check the vendors to see if anybody accidentally sold hides. I'm going to go back and check the spell vendors real quick. Because some people might be selling those hides if they don't need them on the spell research vendors. Oh, I need to check the weather today too and see what it's going to be like. Because it's been raining nonstop the last couple of days. And this morning, it didn't look too bad. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah. By 11 a.m., we're going to get thunderstorms. So here about the next hour, it's supposed to start thunderstorming and lightning in and pouring down rain. All right. Well, hopefully our kitty cats don't have any more accidents this morning. General spells. Let's see if you have any as well, sir. Nope. Check all of these vendors. I know I saw something today, but people may have already bought them. Yep, there's none on him. Aha! Raw crude hide. I'm definitely going to buy these. Oh, wait. I could buy... They sell these? Hold up. Wait a minute. I thought these were only dropped. Oh, but it's only the basic ones. So interestingly enough, so they sell these level 5 and 10 ones. That's really interesting. So you could skill up on these. I wonder if the other merchants sell any. Raw fine hide. All right. While he's doing that, thanks, Rolf. Rolf. I have to pronounce that better. Well, I'm gonna sell that. I don't think I need it for anything. Good thing is we made enough money the other night in the hole that I have enough to keep me going for a little bit. Because I'm up to 400 plat now, so I'm not broke anymore, which is nice. Oh, I need to check my spells too. Let's destroy that. No, let's hold on to the stone silk. Back to the Enchanters Guild. I need to see if there were any spells that I need. Ooh, you know what? I need to check you also. Oh, I hear Chris yelling at Mama Cat. I may need to duck out and see what's going on. And I need to check my alt because I need to get my goodies over to my alt. I'm not supposed to play during the day. What am I doing? Well, I'm only checking this for spell research because we're playing tonight, so. Who has... Yeah, I don't care about my enchant spells yet because I'm not doing that at the moment. Here we go. 40. Acetate, Brilliance, Weakness, Discordant Mind, Adorning Grace. Let's just buy all these. Actually, what level am I? 42? Eh. That was all the way to that. Rune 4, Capacitate, Brilliance, Weakness. Level 46, so we'll just hold on to that. What is this? Power, Agility, Strength, and Armor Class. Yep. We'll put that... I mean, I don't need it at the moment. Brilliance, what is this? Oh, thank you very much. Hey, does that replace... Hold up. It's better than Insight. Okay. Interesting. Oh, crap. Now I gotta find my charms again. Enthrall. Charm. Cajoling Whispers. And I'm gonna have to... Because Allure is so expensive. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that. Well, I might as well buy these while I'm here because they actually don't have that many left to buy. I have Adorning Grace, so Gasping Embrace, Dazzle, Berserker Spirit, Swift Like the Wind, Shadow, Group Resist Magic. Honestly, are there other spells? Level 50? The H is silent, Rolf. Fair enough. Oh, at level 49, there's a spell. Enchant Brillium, which is not going to be important for what I'm working on. All right, logging over to my alt. Actually, I'm not quite yet. Let's get out of the main section here so that I don't wake up. Go to the alt, then we're going to go back to browsing the internet. What else can I look at this morning? I don't really ever do Reddit, so I suppose I could look at Reddit. Okay, I just found something on Reddit that's really cool. We're going to go look at that here in a minute. First, though, I got to pick a couple bracers up for my Bardy Bard. Because as soon as I get to level 50 on my Enchanter, we're turning around and we are leveling up a character, an alt group. Which I'm going to be the Bard. Where the hell am I? Need to go over here. Kel's got a warrior. I've got a bard. Rolf said he's going to play a cleric. I think Adam said he's going to play a mage. I'm not sure what Maduros is going to do, and I'm not sure what. Uh-oh, my brother just sent me something. Let me check what it is. I think it's a Weave in the Void something from the point and click game. It is. Oh, baby. Dude, that's awesome. So here, I don't know if I can show this on the, it probably won't show up, but hold up. If I can manage to, let me go full screen here. I don't know if it'll show up because of so the focus might not be good, but if you can see that, it's not going to focus worth a damn. Let me redo that. Come on, play. So he just put, if you see that wolf, the wolf character there eating something on the ground by the NPC. So this is part of what we just got the other day with our new asset packs was animals. We got an animal pack. So he's starting to get animals and new NPCs into the point and click game. Testing is just around the corner, by the way, for the next stage of alpha. So if you want to know more, you know what to do. Oh, wait, you don't know what to do? Patreon.com/Wandering Hermits, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you go if you want more information about our point and click game. The new asset packs are pretty awesome. We're going to be doing the expense report on Thursday, so patrons will be able to see exactly what we purchased the other night. I did a post in the Discord for everybody. We waited until everything was on a sale, and we got 70% off everything. So instead of having a $400 bill, we only paid like $118. So we saved a shitload of money. But we managed to get everything except for one little pack. He sent me a message this morning. There was one that we missed. It was on sale for I think $20, down from like 50 or something. So we bought another pack this morning, which is an interior pack that'll cover all of the interiors for taverns, all the buildings, homes, and everything else. Oh, wait though. Do I lose the AC of the banded bracers? AC2. I will, but I don't really care. Because I gain hit points. And endurance. Does mana matter for bards? Those braces look pretty dope, not gonna lie. Gruntag asks me, have you already checked out the latest from Ashes of Creation, the last dev stream, and the Wither Seasons? I'm not covering Ashes of Creation because I don't like PvP, so I haven't bothered to ever do a video on anything Ashes of Creation. I was somewhat paying attention to Ashes of Creation because of individuals I was involved with who are also covering Ashes of Creation, but now that that is no longer a thing, I have zero interest in Ashes. So yeah, I don't think you'll ever see me covering anything about AOC on my channel. If it had more PvE content, I would probably be interested in it. But with such a focus on PvP, I'm just And Wolf is a great choice. I'm gonna tell my brother that. Sparrow. Sparrow says that's a good choice, comma. I just shared that on the live stream. He did say, he says, I'm going to change the animations at some point to where the wolf isn't eating all the time, but I thought it would be badass if this character has a wolf pet that he's tamed since he's a hunter and it's just sitting there eating scraps. So that's the hunter cabin, by the way, in the village of Marin's Rest. I gotta share this thing over on Reddit, ladies and gentlemen. I just saw this. This is so cool. So, I don't normally do Reddit, but I figured what the hell. Check this out. So it's a Crystal Shard book cover that someone has done in like 3D, you know, with miniatures and stuff. How cool is that? Like little Bloodstecks, he's following the tracks. And it's in between all of the other books. So he's actually got the Crystal Shard next to it. But then they've redone it. So there's the actual Crystal Shard to the left. And then he's redone the cover with the 3D. And it's basically, look at that, look at that, look at that. So it's replicating somewhat. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect replication because obviously he has miniatures in different poses. But how cool is that? Man, this is why I love tabletop and stuff. So I've been debating starting to cover Pantheon on my stream. I have been hesitant to do so because there are already so many people like Nathan and Bazarum and other people who are already doing lots of Pantheon content. And I'm not actively a fanboy. Like, I am interested in what they're doing. I am not a doubting Thomas. I definitely have faith that the product will see the light of day eventually. Eventually being the key word. And I have publicly stated on the record that I am more than happy to purchase a pack when the game officially enters alpha. But I'm not really, I don't know, how do I put this? I was the creative director on an MMORPG project for 6.5 years. the Saga of Lucemia, which at the time was neck and neck with Pantheon as the next up-and-coming MMORPG. For various reasons, I'm no longer involved with that. They've changed it to this other thing called Embers Adrift. And I can tell you from my own inside point of view, when you have a team of people who are working part-time on a project, some are working full-time, many are working part-time, and you're not rushing and you're not trying to hit a deadline and you don't have any deadlines and you're just taking your time and etc. I'm not having already been on the inside track, managing a team of 20 plus contractors, raising money from investors, doing all the press circuits and all the interviews and everything else for 6.5 years. I have no interest in covering a game that could take another 5 years to get to release, because that's the realistic. Love me or hate me for making that statement. Again, I have nothing against Pantheon. I'm going to play the shit out of it when it launches. I will happily buy an alpha pack when it comes out and get into the alpha. I don't think they're going to fail. I think the game is absolutely going to make it to launch. But I also think that a realistic projection for that is that it's going to be another 4 to 5 years minimum before that project reaches the stage where it's going to be in a launchable state. I don't want to be making... There's not enough content to create around that game for the next 4 to 5 years. And so much could change between now and alpha, and then alpha and beta, and then beta and launch. I'm not sure that there's enough space for another Pantheon content creator to enter that arena. Because we already have Nathan and Bazram and other people I'm not sure of who are, the Pantheon Plus community team. Theric and Drac and all those people. I think those are the people involved in Pantheon Plus. I'm not intimately familiar with all those people, but there's already enough people covering Pantheon. I don't think that's a bandwagon I need to jump onto. I don't know. I mean, if people wanted me to, I suppose I could do it, but I don't know that there's enough for me to actually talk about, because so much could change. I mean, so much already changes every 6 months. They change entire systems. They change entire designs, they change entire mechanics. All of these up-and-coming MMORPGs from indie teams do the same thing. So it's almost like I'm interested 100%. I can also say that I was involved with that project back in the day. I was their very first community manager after the Kickstarter. And I was there for about 3 months, and I left with the original team. I left with Tony and everybody else when Brad took the $50,000 paycheck to cover his hospital bills. We all left. The whole team left and said, screw you, Brad. And having been involved with that project from day one, I can also tell you that it had already undergone so many changes between the original vision versus what came out to Kickstarter versus what was then being promoted post Kickstarter in the first 3 months. That was a completely different game to what they have today. Completely different game. If people don't remember, there was all of these amazing trailers and videos that Brad would put out that was him narrating what was going on in the game. Those videos are out there. None of that is even in the game anymore, and it doesn't look anything like that anymore. The zones are completely different. The zones have changed. They've got entirely new zones. That's the problem that I have. And also having been on the inside and knowing how all those changes happen. Again, hugely interested. Not necessarily interested in covering that on my YouTube channel. Oh, you know what? Did the third episode of Obi-Wan come out? Because if it did, I need to go watch it. That'll be on my agenda today. Episode 3 aired today. It airs today, so I'm going to go watch that today, and we're going to be covering that this afternoon. I'll definitely have an episode out. Probably around 2 p.m. today, I'll have a 2 or 3 p.m. I'll have an episode out covering the new Obi-Wan episode. So I'm going to go watch that here in a bit. tonight we're going to be back in EverQuest TLP Yellowknack. I'll probably be streaming. I think the start time is around 7 p.m., 6 p.m. I need to tell. Let me send a message out in Discord. What the hell was Adam's Adam's Discord tag, folks? He played with us. I know it starts with an S. Subterranean, that's what it was. Ooh, what is this? The Hobbit. What edition is this? This is from the Rankin Bass movie. It was a tie-in to their film. It also included things like Bjorn, which weren't in the movie. I'll be damned, I did not know that there was an animated version of The Hobbit that tied into that film. RPG workout game with wearable motion controllers. Okay. Oh, Sparrow, are you still here in chat, Sparrow? If you are, can you drop me a link to the, I know you shared them to me on Discord, but I've probably buried, they're probably buried so far back in my messages. The link to Skinny's wife's Etsy store. Can you drop that in YouTube? If you can't drop it in YouTube, drop it to me in Discord. And do you need an invite on Yellowknack? If I'm online, I could probably get you depending on where you're at. But I wanted to go look at that while I'm live on stream. Go check out the dice bags. Give them some promotion while I'm on a live stream. Where does Reddit show the communities that I'm a part of? Aha! Thank you very much. Can I change the prices over to US dollars? Because they're in Canadian dollars right now. There's probably a way to do so. Aha, because I'm on the Canadian, what's it, region? United States, language, English, US dollar, please. Am I blind? Where's the US dollar? Oh, it's over at the top, that's why. Save. There we go. She's a Firefly dice bag. Dungeon dice bag. I kind of like the dungeon dice bag. Deadpool dice bag's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So the reason I'm putting this up here, everybody, for those of you who are following along, is Spouty and where are you at, Sparrow? You're in G Fate Arc 14. All right, hold up. On my way to your pick. The reason I've got this pulled up, everybody, is because we have another individual joining us for our D&D groups on Sunday night whose character has not yet been created or named yet, but his spouse has this page for dice bags. You should go check this out if you like dice bags. Make sure to support and pick up a dice bag. Bounty Mage. Bounty Mage. You should have invites, Sparrow. You declined. How dare you? Bounty Mage joined. Try it again. There you go. Alright, got Bounty and Sparrow invited into the guild. Well, go check these folks out if you want to buy some dice bags, ladies and gentlemen. I want some dice bags, but I have some specialty dice bags that I want, so we're going to have a conversation about that. I am going to be doing some, oh, I love this shot right here. They playing Catan or something? Just got some nice dice bags. We'll be doing some more Incarnate map making streams soon. So hopefully you'll stay tuned for that. I'll probably start those. We'll see. We'll see. I'm recording right now audio chapters from Echoes of the Past from the first book in the Saga of Lucimia for our members here on YouTube. Somewhere in there, I'm going to be continuing the miniature painting streams and the Incarnate map making streams. So Oh, you just reminded me. I gotta watch Anarchy Sane and Guild Chat. The most recent season of Last Kingdom. Chris and I gotta get caught up on that show as well. Crap. Yeah, things I forgot about. We just haven't been watching shows for like the last month, 2 months since we moved. All right. I probably need to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen, because I need to go watch the new episode of my show for Obi-Wan. So here's the request I have, and thanks for Philo for donating $10 here today live. I've not done one of these just hang out and chat in a while. We were doing like the early morning coffee streams, but I was always gaming during those streams. So I'll probably be doing more of that as we get moving forward. The hot season is past here, so I shouldn't need to be worrying about getting up at the butt crack of dawn to do yard work. But I'm still experimenting with a lot of the things that I'm doing here on YouTube, trying to find a good schedule and the types of things I'm going to be doing and content I'm going to be creating. If you do like the type of content I create, I do have a huge ask, which is please consider supporting in some way, whether it's super chats and stickers and live streams. You can do super thanks on old videos. Thanks Philo today for the donation of $10. You can also do the Adventurers Guild, which is down below. There are some private videos we put out right now. It's audio chapters of the publications I have out there. We're doing the anthology right now, the Bloody Knuckles anthology, and then we're doing the Echoes of the Past, which is the first book of Saga of Leucemia. But if you really want to go and be above and beyond, and you want to be a part of something really cool that's tied to my YouTube channel, but isn't directly related to the content that I produce here, it's that page behind me, the Weave in the Void Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Weave in the Wandering Hermits. Sorry, because our Weave in the Void 5th edition sourcebook just came out yesterday, and it's got artwork from Sparrow and Bounty's daughter Becca. It's got artwork from Nathan Napalm. It took us about 15 months to put that together. It just launched yesterday, and our Patreon page is something we're building out this year. We've grown it from 5 or 6 patrons. Now we have 24 patrons as of today, which is a pretty cool milestone. Those numbers are going up all the time, which is really cool. And we've got a ton of stuff coming in the pipeline related to our tabletop adventures, because not only did the book launch yesterday, but on June 12th, we're starting to stream the live stream campaign of the Weave in the Void on our Twitch channel. So that's all just growing. And then there's the point and click adventure game. I showed you guys a video snippet of what my brother's working on right now. You can pre-order that. That's a standalone thing over on Patreon, but you can also download the demo and play that, get signed up to the newsletter. All those things are a great way to support. I will be back tonight at around 5 p.m. Central. Sorry, what did I post to Discord? Let me double check that. Yes, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be starting tonight's EverQuest TLP adventure, and sometime around 2 p.m. this afternoon, I'm going to have my review of the 3rd episode of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show out. So stick around for that. Thanks so much for your support, everybody. I will see everybody in the next episode. Stay safe, stay healthy. Those of you who hung out in chat today, really appreciate it. Cantan. Oh, I just saw your donation just came through. Why is my I know why. You know something that I don't have? This is I just set this window up in Streamlabs. It doesn't have the overlay elements from my other... Give me 2 seconds here. It doesn't have the alert box or the chat box. So I didn't hear the alerts for all that stuff. Cantan, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Did I get some sleep? I did, actually. As I'm wrapping up here. So this morning, Cantan, I don't think you were here when I first started up the stream. I was telling at the beginning of the stream, as I wind this down. I actually slept in this morning for the first time in a very long time. I slept until 7:30 this morning, mostly because I was just completely bonkered after all the TLP stuff. And then yesterday, I got up at 4 a.m. to do there. See, now there's the chat box. I got it up now, everybody. There's the alert box and the chat box. I didn't have those on this window because I had set this scene up to just hang out and chat and This is something new for me. I've not really done it like this before. So that's why I wasn't getting the alerts, the audio alerts. So I did sleep in this morning, but unfortunately, because I slept in, and yes, I was tired, and it's not over yet. The hardcore play nonstop and don't sleep is over, thankfully. But then they've got me staying up all night on Thursday night playing World of Warcraft Classic. Anyway, I slept in this morning, but then when I opened up the door and came out, there was cat poop all over the floor, and Chris and I had to wake up and clean kitty poop, which was not fun. That was a unexpected issue. So yes, I did sleep in. First time I've slept in, I think, the whole time we've been here, because I'm up at 4 or 5 in the morning, but I slept till 7:30 today, and I went to bed pretty early last night. I went to bed about I think like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I slept last night, and I was looking beat. So thank you, Cantan, for another $10. Thanks for that. Thanks to you and Philo. All right, tonight TLP. Tomorrow night is the big night. Tomorrow night we're starting our World of Warcraft Classic multi-stream adventure with myself, Nathan Maypalm, Sparrow, Maduros, and my brother Idrador. We are going to be playing all night from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. No, reverse that. All night. I said that wrong. We're going to be playing from 7 p.m. Thursday night till 7 a.m. Friday morning. And everybody's going to have their own individual things going on. Nathan's going to be streaming on his YouTube channel. Follow that. YouTube.com/the Nathan Napalm. And Sparrow's going to be streaming on her Twitch channel. Twitch.tv/Sparrow. Check that out. Everybody's going to have their own little goals going on. But we're going to be trying to raise $200 on Thursday night during the all-night stream for the Kitty Content Fund. No, that one's just for the kitty fund, for the rescue cats. Because that's our fundraiser goal for Thursday night. Doing a 12-hour live stream. Trying to raise $200 for the cats. That will cover our rescue cats. It'll cover the spaying and neutering of the 3 cats that we need to get spayed and neutered, and it should cover the cat food and cat litter for the 5 little kittens that were just born last Sunday until we can get homes for them. So hopefully we'll see some folks tuning in on Thursday night. For those of you who have been supporting as a content creator, I really appreciate the support. Like I said, May, I talked about this earlier for those of you who weren't here. I did over $300 here on YouTube in May. I'm not afraid to talk about things like that. I'm a small-time fish growing my channel. I just got monetized in February. I had like a $350 month in February, and then like $120 in March, because we were moving, $100 in April. Those were the 2 months that we were moving to get settled in and getting the internet and everything else. May was the first month of me trying to go full-time, like seeing what it would look like, and I did over $300 on YouTube alone, and we gained 8 new members of the Adventurers Guild here, and 8 new people over on our Patreon page just in the month of May. So if we see the same type of growth in June, then I'll be able to hit all my target goals, and I'll be able to for sure go full-time here on YouTube and be able to balance the game dev stuff and the Patreon page with what I'm doing here on YouTube. So thanks to all of you who have been supporting, and I appreciate the fact that you supported, and I'm happy that you guys are happy with the content that we're producing. I'm also happy to entertain suggestions for other types of content, because I'm still trying to learn what is going to work best for me and my channel. Obviously, we're doing lots of classic MMORPGs because we've got EverQuest, we've got P99, we've got World of Warcraft Classic, we play a lot of Lotro. But I also like to do the Xbox and console games, and I definitely want to cover, like I'm going to be playing Assassin's Creed Origins because I've never played that one, and that's coming out on Game Pass tomorrow. But also the continued stuff like reviewing the Obi-Wan show, reviewing, other TV shows and books. I'm doing my Mondays in Middle-earth show on Mondays. We have Monday Musings, which usually comes out every Monday morning. My buddy Rod was here like, where was Monday Musings this week? And I was like, dude, I didn't sleep all weekend because they had me up playing EverQuest. So I didn't do a Monday Musings this yesterday because I was just hardcore into EverQuest this past weekend. Because of everybody taking off work and wanting to play that nonstop. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. I'm gonna go bio and watch Obi-Wan. I'll have that episode out in a few hours, and then tonight we'll be back at 5 p.m. Central for EverQuest. Stick around. And also, if folks have a time slot that they would like me to consider streaming more on, let me know. Because right now I don't have a schedule exactly. I've been thinking of doing like a morning session from like 7 a.m. to like 10 or 11, kind of like what we did today, and then going away and producing a video that comes out at 2 p.m. and then coming back for another stream at like 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at night. So splitting up and doing a morning stream and an evening stream with a video in the afternoon. So if that works, if that works, I'll probably continue to do that throughout the month of June. And now that the book is out, since the tabletop book is out, I have breathing room now because I don't have to actually do any more craziness with that. It's done. That's a huge workload off my shoulders. Now I just got to start prepping for the campaign live streams on June 12th. And I got to start working on, eventually I'll start working on new maps for the next campaign. And we've also got miniature painting for Kickstarter rewards and other stuff. And if Nathan's going to have me doing voiceovers for the puppet shows, then that's going to be something fun that I'm going to get to start working on. More to come, ladies and gentlemen. I got a stand-up to do with my brother and Chris today, so there will also be a stand-up video out tonight for the Weave in the Void. So stick around in Discord. We'll have more info out for everybody later today and lots of new content. Thanks, everybody. Thanks again, Kantan and Philo, for your donations during the live stream today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for William hanging out. Sparrow, Kantan, Gruntag. Who else was here? Katrine was here for a little bit early today. It was good to see you, Katrine. Anybody else I'm missing? Ancient Entity was here in the morning when we first kicked things off. Ed Germain, who unfortunately thinks that Star Wars died when it went woke, and Star Wars is not woke. I will argue that point. Anyways, folks, thanks. I'm out. Catch you later today. Have fun. Thanks so much. Next time.